Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday and welcome to your Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit. I'm Jeanette Biro. I'm a medium and a channeler. And today we're going to dive in through mediumship or channeling and see what the message is. So today, if you're new to my channel, is a no card message day. This is where I just use my gifts of mediumship or channeling and see who's here. So if it's mediumship, I will have my eyes open, talking back and forth. If it is channeling, I tend to keep my eyes closed and it's just kind of a deeper merge with spirit. So I'm just going to close my eyes for a minute, tune in, see who's here, and then we'll carry on from there. So hold on one moment. Okay, this is coming from the three guides of the light, but they're bringing it through in the form of mediumship because they're showing me imagery. And what they're showing me is almost like this crystal, interesting, we had crystal energy, but they're showing me a crystal, but the crystal represents your power. And they're saying, be loyal to your power and be loyal to your journey with it. And that is kind of that idea they've been talking about, like take up space and be who you're meant to be. But they're saying very specifically, be loyal to your power within your journey. And it's about this energy of like reclaiming your full power. And the reason why they're bringing this up too is that we're at this stage right now in our ascension and awakening on the planet where we're becoming aware of the fact that we are multi-dimensional. And in the most simplest form, more people are opening up to stronger intuitive abilities, right? That's feeling energy that is visible beyond this, like you can't see it in this dimension. And then on the other side of that, though, people are becoming more multidimensionally aware of their parallel lifetimes or being actively involved in their dream state, right? Like astral traveling in their dream state or lucid dreaming, where they are interacting in consciousness, knowing they're dreaming, moving around in their dream. This is all that multi-dimensional awareness. And the interesting thing about this is with reclaiming your power, like they're saying, sorry, they just keep talking every time I talk. Most of the time I can do that with ease and grace, but this one it's interrupting me a little bit. I'm just going to give them a minute. Hold on. Yes, fair. They're saying, as we start to notice these things, these glitches in timelines, these stronger intuitive abilities, these feelings of knowing someone's going to call and they call, or having a feeling that something's happening and then it does, and that lucid dreaming, all of that, when we take that into our reality in a sense that it is happening, and no, we're not crazy, because that's such an ingrained thing for us to think, oh, I'm losing my mind, I must be crazy. No, it's not about being crazy. It's about becoming aware beyond the perceived limitations that we have been brought up to believe in. And whether that is just kind of by absorbing it collectively or it's strictly how you've been taught, our consciousness now is breaking down limitations, perceived limitations of thought. And so this is helping us to reclaim our power. But what Spirit is saying is we need to be loyal to our journey in it. Meaning really stand up for who you are in your journey. Stand up for the times when you know what you're talking about and you know what you're talking about. But then also stand up and be you in the times where you messed up and you're like, I'm sorry, that was not right of me, I misunderstood, or you know what, I was aggravated and I displaced my anger on you, that's not how I meant it, I apologize. When we are loyal to our journey in all of the parts, it actually makes it so much easier to maneuver the journey. It's when we hit those blocks and limitations that we start to get kind of stuck. And so Spirit is saying, if we are reclaiming our power and we're being loyal to our journey, we have these beautiful, amazing results awaiting us. And they've been talking about these alignments and divine unions and synchronicities and all of that. And they're like, you don't even realize how close that is or how it is already happening for some of you. Others, it is very close. The other thing they're saying, though, they're like, the reason we're bringing this up too is that many of you see They're saying you see clearly now. And what I get with that, when they show it to me, it's like you see, hear, or feel clearly. In regards to the direction you're starting to go, you're feeling a clarity in it. Maybe you are actually seeing clarity and you're seeing the fruits of your manifestations. But it's so funny, Kate, because you know the Taylor Swift song, Are We Out of the Woods Yet? And if you're not a Swiftie fan, then you wouldn't know that song. But in this song, there's one part where she sings, are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? And that's what Spirit is mentioning here, is they're like, you're in the clear. You're in that clearing, that meadow. You can see clearly now the directions you want to go. And the more you maintain your loyalty to self, that loyalty to sovereign self, in reclaiming your power in all aspects, again, when you are in successful aspects, and when you're in apologetic aspects, when you're in confusing aspects, if you're real with yourself, you're reclaiming your power. If you're real with yourself, you're being loyal to your journey. And if you're real with yourself, you are dematerializing and dismantling those perceived limitations that block you from seeing clearly. And the three guides of the light are saying that this power is absolutely within our grasp right now. And so it's about being that in any given moment. Now there's one other thing. Just hold on one sec here. Okay. They're also saying, for many of you, you will see the symbolisms of a rainbow to help you recognize that you're moving forward on your path. They have brought up rainbow before. They're saying the bigger symbolism of the rainbow, though, is the symbolism of the rainbow that comes after the storm. And so there has been a lot of storm energy. Perhaps for you, it's been legitimate stormy weather. Maybe it's been an emotional, stormy inner realm. The rainbow is beginning to show itself. So you may see rainbows outside of you as your confirmation. You may kind of just feel that energy within. You may be drawn to wearing more colors. The rainbow symbolism is really significant, though, of having passed through a phase of storminess and then stepping forward now into the light, into, again, seeing clearly again. So Spirit is saying, in closing, the power is within you and always has been. It is simply about your recognition of it, and you have that ability now. Very interesting. And they're showing me this big, beautiful rainbow. So I'd be curious how many of you see rainbow symbolisms the next little while, or experience it in some way. And I want to say that sometimes that can happen by seeing it, like, outside in the sky. But other times you can be given rainbow symbolisms. Maybe someone gives you a cupcake and it has a rainbow on it. Maybe you get a card and it has a rainbow on it. Maybe you happen upon a video and the commercial in that video, something to do with a rainbow. The rainbow symbolism can come in so many different ways, but just notice it, because that's a spirit sign for you. And lastly, they're saying the numbers 555, which we have seen. 555 is now going to be turning into like a 1010 to show the completion of cycles. So what was 5s before will now be 10s. So I'm curious how many of you see 5s and then 10s, in addition to other numbers you're seeing as well. So interesting message today. I will leave that with all of you, and we'll see what comes next time. So thank you as always for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow.